It
How
was
to
sparkle right
sparkle?
here.
No, I don't.
Turn. Yeah, yeah, right
Oh,
there.
I'm fabulous, that's why.
I do declare. Is yours like all loose under there now?
Oh, always, yeah, I gotta, like,
Oh
tape it here.
God. No, don't tape it like that. I want to go get like like needles and get the whatever liquid sucked out or whatever and the skin
Oh,
cut
yeah.
off. Fix
My
it.
bags are so big that I go shopping with them. I'm just like and put in friggin' like walk down the aisle. It's like, need a bag? No, I got my own, sir.
Environmentally friendly.
Yeah, I can unfold them and it becomes a sail for a ship.
No, notice like the parachute when you're in like grade two in the gym class and you put the parachute and you sit under it.
Those are the best classes. We did the big
Remember walking
parachute.
in? You walking into the gym and seeing that parachute on the floor, you're just like, "Oh, bro." Like, you're just like,
Parachute
yeah.
day. Well, you know what I liked about it? Tell me if you feel this too. You always feel like safe under it. It's got this cozy
Yes.
safeness, safe feeling, even though it's only a parachute. It's like the air and all the kids around.
It doesn't matter if you're with the bullies or the cool kids or the nerds. When you're under that parachute with all those kids, you are one.
It's like a UFO. Like we're
Mhm.
in this safe spaceship.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this recently. It seems like the worst possible thing you can do in school is when you're not actually in school. It's when your parents want to see your siblings' Christmas concert.
Okay.
Do you remember that? It's like, let's go, and how boring it is. You gotta sit there through all the grades. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I liked watching your Christmas concert.
Okay, did you really?
Probably.
No, you probably like the one but it's when there's like the full like grades 1 to 6, and you gotta see all the classes, and it's like 2.5
Yeah.
hours. You have those
Mhm.
moon faced parents.
I was always so scared and nervous and nauseous with
Right.
fear that I don't think that I was. See, I was the shyest kid ever. Like, I was really shy and, had, anxiety issues with people, and now we're on YouTube, yo.
Yeah. What's your shirt?
Space Invaders, but
That's cool.
it's from the little boys section in Walmart.
Oh, that's a flex. It's like, yeah, I'm size little boy, which sounds weird, but I'm
I'm size 10-year-old boy. On that note, welcome to Marie Plays It All. Today's episode is Relatively Geeking, where my brother and I geek out about the good times. We're here talking about gym class. We're here talking about parachutes.
I was gonna say, and we only talk about the positive things until we enter the dark, mysterious lands of video game worlds
Oof.
where there's danger, love,
Mhm.
hope, tragedy, and all around a good fun time and many, many scum saving. You know, scum saves?
No?
You know
What
scum
does that
saving?
mean? What does it mean?
Scum save, I have to think about how to describe it, but basically, before you make any choice or do any action, you save it. So in case you fail,
Oh,
you can go back and load.
yeah.
One of the questions, and this relates to our topic of today, which is in order to immerse yourself in a game world, should you save that way or just take the hit if you have to? If one of your beloved NPCs dies, that's the way it goes. Should you load a save game prior to that? Because then it takes away from the challenge, of course, the realism, but the overall immersion that this world has costs, that it's
Mhm,
not your friend, right? There's the good and the bad. There's, you know, hope and fear. And if you take away
mhm.
that fear, that tension, does it pull you from that world? And of course, we want to like escape, right? Escape from
Right.
the daily grind of life. So you don't want to be
Yeah.
stressed out. But then on the other hand, should you escape into a world that is a world, not just
Mhm.
simulated. simulated game with lights and pixels and things like that. No, enter it, go into it.
Mhm.
Well, no, that's the topic of the day. Our
Mm.
top 5 most beloved immersive game worlds. The criteria is a little bit vague, right? Like last time, our top 10 games, but not from the point of view of
Mm-mm.
mechanics or even the best games we played, but sort of the deep experience of those games that left a mark on us.
I like how you totally, are dominated and just started hosting, and we're like, "We're talking about this."
Well, no, oh yeah, I'm sorry. I
This
was trying to
this is
find a
a
good segue.
brother-sister competition. I'm like, "Hey,
It's
smart."
I
You did it
meant to
so well, I'm keeping it.
back to our well thought out memorized script. Take it away, Marie.
Say anymore.
What's your
No, I
yeah.
wanted to go back to what you're saying about, the saving games and going back. It's like, okay, well, we don't get that choice in normal everyday life, and I think the whole point of playing video games is to be able to make the choices. You know what? You could make the choice to not go back and reload. It's up to you. If you wanna save before you do a decision, you have that choice. This is why video games are good these days. Back in the day, we didn't have no choice. We didn't get to save. We just had to deal with it. You could choose like, "Well, do I live with this consequence or can I rewind time and fix it?" Which we always want to do in everyday life. So video games gives us that chance and that choice. So I think it's immersive in different ways and multiple ways, and you can choose which ways to immerse yourself into the video game, which I think is the best.
Wait, what team are you on? Save scumming or scum saving or whatever?
Mhm. Yes,
Or okay.
scum saving. I'm on team scum saving. You know what? It doesn't mean I have to play for that team all the time. I'm in control. That's the beauty of video games is like you can be in control of something for once.
For once.
For
Well, I mean,
once.
yeah, you you have a good point because I think this again reveals something about my approach to like completionism and things like that,
Yes,
which
yes, it
is
does.
it does feel like it becomes work after a while. Like
Yes.
the game takes over you and
Yeah.
it becomes stressful.
No, and my approach is always to like, let's have fun and be happy and we're gonna have a good time and like this is gonna be like we're gonna enjoy this and you're just like
Yeah,
scum saves.
so you, in other words, are flexible for the
Yes.
sake of fun. And at
Yes.
me, I have to like make a brutal choice on how I'm going to play the game and follow these draconian laws that
Yeah.
make the game work,
Yep.
like my job. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe that's not healthy.
No, you know what? Because I was saying, like, I was thinking that flexible in the name of fun. That's just like how I want to live my life all the time. And then you're like,
Yeah, mine's iron shackles. Yeah, I think this is revealing something. Like everything needs to be perfect,
yes,
and if it's
hello.
not yeah, if it's not perfect, I get irritated.
Yeah. And I'm just like, hey, let's just have fun. And if it's too hard, I get irritated.
Okay, in the comments below, let us
Mhm.
know whether or not you have a need for your games to run perfectly or anything else in life and how you feel about that. And you can reveal your deepest insecurities and hopes and dreams. How about that?
We want to be underneath that parachute in gym class with you. All right?
We provide the parachute of safety.
Like, honestly, that is my goal in life is to be people's gym class grade 2 parachute. That's what I wanna be for people, honestly.
That's a good goal. Me too, except everything needs to be perfect. Someone's like, I need to tell you about what's been in my heart bothering me. And I'm like, is there a thread on that parachute that's slightly off? Shut your mouth. Let me look
Mm.
first.
Long story short, What we decided to talk about today was Robbie so eloquently explained our top 5 favorite worlds in video games, and that includes, like, aesthetic and, like, characters and, like, the ambiance, like, all that, right?
Sure, sounds good.
I want
Okay.
you to go first because I wanna hear how you explain things so that you're gonna explain it way better than me so that I can, like,
No.
steal your ideas and then yeah.
Okay. So starting with number 5, one of my favorite game worlds is Fallout and Fallout 76 in New Vegas. Now,
Mhm,
I know Fallout 76 had a lot of flack, it had a rough start. But I bought it, I think it was the second week it came out because you were
mhm.
playing it and I thought I wanted to play with you. And that's one of the big things about Worlds already, right? Which is playing with your friends or your family
Mhm,
online. You
mhm.
know, it one of the reasons why I like certain worlds is precisely because of the human element, playing with your friends. So again, like our top 5 worlds isn't like that's just a really well produced world, by the
No.
by the programmers or developers. It's also all the other sort of subjective aspects that go into the experience of the realm that you're inhabiting.
He's glitching.
Ooh. Um, and playing Fallout 76 was really fun. Playing with you, especially your love of the Fallout world in New Vegas, transferred to me as well, kind of hyped me up for it. And I really, really liked the game. I felt I liked the quests. Oh yeah, there are no NPCs in OG Fallout 76. There weren't really
Yeah,
characters.
there
No, no,
were
no.
no NPCs in OG Fallout 76. They changed it.
They did, but here's what you have to do. Me being the completionist, that includes stories. I
Yes.
read every single computer data set codex or whatever. I read everything. And you have to read everything for the immersion, right?
Yes.
You can feel and learn about the world through these, ancient archives, which
Mhm.
also gives you the sense of loneliness that a
Mhm.
big event happened, a cataclysmic event, and that you're alone only with your
Mhm.
friends who are like real because they're real players.
Right.
And I think that added to the game. And then Bethesda also uses a really fascinating storytelling device, which is that the location of an event and how the objects are placed in that location tell the story. So if
Mm.
there's a certain like blood spray on the wall, it's not there
Mhm.
just to be cool. It is part of the story of that room. And so that makes it more immersive, and it also gives you an incentive to explore the room, read the data that's left on the computers and put together the story yourself rather than have an NPC just regurgitate to you and then just
Right.
going through a dialogue
Mhm.
tree. So I really found that part of Fallout 76 actually enticing and a positive thing. And of course, the post-apocalyptic world has a
Yes.
certain charm to it, right? Again, that feeling of
Yes.
loneliness and danger. And
Mhm.
combined with that, the music.
Mm.
And obviously you have that like, that older era type music that somehow is integrated with the world in that low tech aspect
Mhm.
with sort of some of the high tech, and yet doesn't fully jive with what you think a post-apocalyptic world would sound like.
Yes.
So you had a
Mhm.
post-apocalyptic world with this music that fit it perfectly, and yet at the
Mhm.
same time was in tension with it. You have these like happy strumming tunes, but at the same time, you're not in a happy world. And oh yeah,
Right.
even the like the monsters or the characters, you're talking to people with no skin,
Mhm.
and you have funny NPCs.
Mhm.
And so you have a combination of comedy, seriousness, nostalgic music, great atmospheric music as well.
Mhm.
with a sense of, the sense of danger, but yet also um, fun with your friends. And of course, building your own camps in
Mhm.
Fallout 76 in that world um, makes you feel like you're building a home, a
Mhm.
delicate home, a home that can face, dangers, but a
Mhm.
home nonetheless that reflects, your tastes. I think the world of Fallout, right? Mostly just talking about 76, has
Right.
all those elements that are immersive and has a multi-layered atmosphere
Mhm.
that comes together so perfectly well.
I'm not gonna touch on this. I'm not gonna have any comments to say to you about this
I know why.
because, oh, Fallout 76 might appear in later in the episode.
Of course, of course.
We don't know what we're gonna say beforehand, but so it's when
Well,
we
we
have,
can
like, the same
guess.
mind sometimes, it's
Yeah,
kinda
we
cute.
can guess, but we don't confer with each other about this.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, so all those reasons, I think
Yes.
Fallout 76 makes a fantastic world building that you can lose yourself in.
I agree.
Number 5 for you. I'm excited.
Number 5 for me is Borderlands 2. Another game that we played together online, so it had that nice, world homey aspect to it. So basically, Borderlands 2, the aesthetic of it is like this edgy comic book style, which right away is so appealing, and it's weird because it's a very dark and gritty game, but it's bright and energetic at the same time. So you just have these like polarizing things happening, but they fit together so well. And it just gives you like some sort of comfort having like this grit and this like energy. And you're like, well, am I safe? But then it's dangerous, but then it's kind of, I don't know. I just remember like playing it and the game. I don't know how to explain this, but when you play a Borderlands game, especially Borderlands 2, it feels heavy and, like, thick. I can't explain this, but when I'm playing it, I'm like, I'm in this, like, heavy game, but then it's, like, super peppy. It has different landscapes, not so much as some of the other games that I'm gonna be talking about, but the characters, I think, are what really makes this world come alive. It's probably no, the funniest game I've ever played. It's the characters are funny, the script is witty. I would laugh out loud, and I would get attached to these, like, little side characters, and I'm like, "This guy's so funny, I love this chick, she's so funny." And it just made you feel comfortable in this really dangerous world with these characters that are just psychos, but it was fun, and it's, like, violent and gross and aggressive, but it's probably one of the funnest, happiest games.
Oh yeah, no, I thought those were really great points. In fact, it's interesting that there are similarities between 76 and
Mhm.
Borderlands. You got that
Yes.
post-apocalyptic feel, but it's interesting about a commonality between them consists of the tensions, which is
Mm,
the light and the dark, right?
yes.
The grittiness and the brightness
Mhm.
that come together to produce that unique experience. It isn't flat. Borderlands has a great narration system in a
Mhm.
way where the characters are talking to you anywhere you are in the game world, right? Even the bad
Mhm.
guy. And I
Yes.
love it when you don't have to just wait talking to an NPC. They can talk to you while the action's going.
Mhm.
So it doesn't like slow it down. But also, again, I like the fact that the immersive part, which is the characters are there, the
Mhm.
NPCs are with you just by, with their voice.
Mhm.
So you're connected to the world in a way that makes it feel still alive. There are
Mhm.
people out there. There are characters out there that are interacting with the world with you.
Mhm.
And then the bad guy's not this sort of abstract evil wizard on a castle that you only see at the end of the game or in a couple cutscenes. They're always there mocking you.
Yes.
And it's really funny. And the voice acting, of course.
Oh, the voice acting is so good. If you love chaos and violence, and it's not really gory, but it's kinda verbally gory, and you just love having fun.
Mhm.
Borderlands is the world for you. It just has everything. It's the perfect balance of everything that's
Are you,
exciting.
do you get advertisement money for this? Like you're plugging Borderlands? It has everything for you.
If you want a
Um,
game that has everything for you, Borderlands 2. That's my plug.
just, going back to your analysis of Borderlands as a whole and, Fallout 76, again, these tensions, right? Whether or not
Mhm.
it's a character flaw in tension with one of their, great virtues, or like the music and the landscape and or the kind of fun, but kind of the gritty darkness, but the like the brightness. I mean, that's what makes the world interesting, right?
Yeah.
Or that's what drives drama, which
Yeah.
is the tensions within characters and between characters in their attempt to resolve them.
Mhm.
Right? That's what makes the world interesting.
Mhm.
In real life, that's interesting in real life too, of course, and also in
Yes.
the simulated worlds. Yeah, that's yeah. The theme
It's
that's
absolutely
coming out
right.
is tension.
Today's theme, the word of the day is tension.
Tension. Okay,
Okay, number 4 for you, number 4 for Rob.
number 4. Okay. I'm having a hard time putting some of these together. The 4 and 5 are competing with a runner-up. 4 is BioShock. Again, it has that kind of, you know, the darkness to it, but
Mhm.
there's I don't call it comedy, but there is an
Whimsy.
ironic, playful overlay. Right?
Mhm.
It's like what steampunky 1950s-ish art deco horror sci-fi action shooter adventure with
All the good stuff.
fantastic music, right? It has some similar vibes with Fallout. I really like the game. I especially like the dark corridors and this underwater city that has various different locales,
Mhm.
so it feels like this city at one time was thriving. This city was designed to reflect a real city and to perfect what it means to live in a city. And of course, one of the reasons why it's on my list is because it lampoons Ayn Rand. So Ayn Rand wrote a book called Atlas Shrugged, and
Mhm.
she developed a philosophy called moral objectivism. And I'm gonna butcher it and misconstrue her, but in effect, she valued human liberty and individual independence and the striving by personal effort to achieve greatness in particularly a social system that is governed in effect by liberty and free market economics.
Mhm.
And so these heroes are ambitious entrepreneurs that strive to overcome their own personal challenges in a system of liberty. And so that's why you have a lot of the capitalist overtones, throughout the game and jokes on that, you know, yeah, industry, the seeking for like self perfection, and of course Andrew Ryan is Ayn Rand, right? And there are, an atlas or book Atlas Shrugged.
Mhm.
So you have direct references to this philosophy beloved by libertarians. It's deep and comical at the same time. It
Mhm.
has that dark tense atmosphere with this compelling storyline with a big twist at the end, and that low tech feel with like the robots. I like that feeling too, and that maintains an underwater vibe. That's another thing too. What makes that world so fascinating is you're in an underwater city, and there's that you can feel the pressure of the sea. It
Mm.
has that, yeah, it has a forlorn feeling, like you're alone with this voice kind of guiding you. Again, that kind of lonely feel that Fallout has as well, right?
Mhm.
And it suits the sort of philosophical themes of the game, which is, I think, um, this sort of independence, and you got to make it on your own.
Mhm.
Of course, the music as well, right? Putting together all these different worlds, and of course the graphics, like the Art Deco, combined with great exploration.
Mm.
right? Not just
I've
like
never
running,
played it, so
gunning.
I don't know. I know what it looks like, I know what it kind of is, but I've never played BioShock.
Writing up this list, there's so many games I haven't played, especially
Yeah.
PS games. Um,
Yeah, me
and they're
too.
great worlds, and I started feeling inadequate, like not a real
Me
gamer.
too.
I felt like a poser.
So I started feeling inadequate as well because I'm like, "Oh, damn, I haven't played that many video games, especially since I haven't had a PlayStation for years, just like you." And then now, as we're going through this, talking about the worlds and why they were so immersive and why we like them so much, I am again feeling inadequate because you were like, "Oh, I'm a professor in this book." You will see why when I reveal my 4th one. I'm like, "I don't even wanna go anymore. I don't wanna go next. Can I not go next?" Is this know what this is doing to me right now? I have I have Christmas concert anxiety right now. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm sitting there waiting for my sibling to be done the Christmas concert, and then now I have to go and do it, and I feel like I wanna puke because you're singing, like, Ave Maria, and I'm coming up with Jingle Bells.
Don't worry, I want to hear. I'm excited. Let me know.
Now for something completely different from Borderlands 2 and also Fallout and also, BioShock. My number 4 world that I love is Animal Crossing.
What is wrong with that?
Because the reason why I love it so much is because it is so simple and so calming and so adorable that it's just like this peaceful little cute game that you could or this little cute island world that you can go into and everyone's happy. All the villagers wanna talk to you. You're a hit. You feel so good, and everyone sometimes there's some villagers quarreling and they want your help, and then you can help them, and it's the cutest game. You can relax and go fishing. You can make a garden. You can catch some bugs, and this is your life. That's Animal Crossing. You could be, like, really epic and build up your island and build your house, and my house is pretty cool. I have a whole Halloween themed basement, but Animal Crossing is one of those games where sometimes it's like, I just wanna go there and escape and just be happy and cute for a little bit, and just, like, be like everyone be on good terms and just be. That's why I
Yeah,
love the world of
no,
Animal Crossing. And it
no,
changes with the seasons too, which I think is just like that's one of my
that's
most favorite
cool.
things about it too. The seasons change as the seasons change for you, depending on where you live in the world, and it's cute. It's adorable. Yeah.
No, that's great. I was actually watching my kids play Stardew Valley,
Mhm. Yeah.
and I'm like, I kind of want to play this now. Like, it looks super fun.
No, it's like you and your island, and it's yours, and everyone there's your friend. It's so peaceful.
No, that's
Animal
cool. I
Crossing.
mean, well, do you want me to tell you runner up?
Okay.
Runner up would be Super Mario.
Mhm. Mario.
Yeah, I mean, the it's such a crazy pipe dream of a world.
Ba-dum-tsh.
Like, did you?
Um.
Yeah, I'm gonna cheat for number 3. I'm cheating.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's a tie.
Mhm.
And can I do that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Mass Effect
Mm.
for a world.
Mm.
And this, it's tied with another one. Here's the thing. I have such fond memories of Mass Effect 1, of the
Mm.
mystery and the story and the desire to read all the codices and talk to all the NPCs and the
Mhm.
feeling of scope and all the characters. And then I love Mass Effect 2.
Yeah, Mass
I
Effect
just
2 is the
thought
best.
the various alien races,
Mhm.
how the characters that represent them are all very different with voice acting. It's so good. So many choices which become irrelevant in Mass Effect 3. Just the I can't explain it, but you had this very serious game A
Mhm.
lot of depth and melodrama.
I like that that's on your list. What was it tied with?
It's tied with The Witcher.
Okay.
And the reason why it's a tie is because my attachment to The Witcher and the video game world of The Witcher is partly based on the books.
Mhm.
So I'm a pretty big Witcher nerd. The kind of more dark fantasy world with a little bit of um just a touch of sort of fable like um qualities to it, especially in the book. A touch of like
Mhm.
Arthurian legend, especially near the end. But yeah, that kind of dark, gritty fantasy world. I love Geralt. I love Ciri. And yeah, I come at the game from the point of view of the books. I got all the comics. I got the latest issue that came out, I think, a couple weeks ago. I have
Ooh. Did you bring something for class?
the Witcher RPG.
Ooh.
Yeah, from the makers of Cyberpunk.
Oh, nice.
I can never pronounce it. Halcyon Games. I just always forget. Yeah, check it out. One of the things I
Awesome.
love about this book,
The scent?
new book smell. Oh,
Ooh.
I keep all my books in mint condition. That's why I don't open them all the way. Like I have to keep it perfect. And so I get
You
a
just
duster and
blow
I
on
dust
it?
my book. Yeah. Here's the problem. No, 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 no. So there could be a layer of dust. So I get a duster and I dust it. But the problem is if you blow on it, then there are like water
Yes.
molecules,
Moisture, yeah.
moisture that will get on top. And then I will wonder every so often, is there microscopic mold? This is not healthy. Okay, I feel weird talking about this now. Like I'm reflecting. My precious.
My
I
god.
put my lip on it. Damn, there
The
might be
moisture. The
moisture.
moisture, the
The
mold.
moisture. They're like not the best games, but the world is so immersive. That dark, gritty fantasy, like the cool factions and NPCs that you meet, the mystery and the music. All
Ooh.
three games have such wonderful music that really
Mm.
fits with the world and it's really immersive.
Mm.
And Geralt's a compelling character. Okay, so Witcher and Mass Effect are tied.
Perfect. My number 3 is Red Dead Redemption 2 online, because I haven't played enough of the story. So, I have to clarify that because I know I have heard that the storyline is one of the best video game storylines ever, and I haven't really delved too much into that yet, and I know I need to, but we've played online quite a bit, especially Rob. Rob's the one who got me into it. Red Dead Redemption Online is whatever you want it to be, in a way. You can have this nice, slow, relaxing cowboy lifestyle where you hunt, where you fish, you collect, you metal detect, you drink, you gamble, or you do bounties and you can
Mm-hmm.
go kill NPCs. Or if there's people online, you can be like, let's snipe them. Let's kill them. It's whatever you want it to be. It has every landscape pretty much. It has snowy mountains, desert, swampy bayou, forests, rivers, lakes, big, busy, beautiful cities, quaint western towns, caverns, open plains. It has everything. So if you're in the mood to be in one spot, you're like, I want to be like winter and mountainous. You just go. I want to be in the desert with like vultures and cacti. You can just go there. I want to be with the gators in the bayou. You can just go. Like you could be anywhere you want and do whatever you want. And it's just like having a second life. It feels so warm and it feels so cozy. And the game is extremely realistic, like right down to the Milky Way in the night sky to your horse taking a shit. Like it's just, it is one of the most realistic games I've ever played. And it's beautiful. How many times are we playing Red Dead where I say, "Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, look at this, guys. It's so pretty." Like all the time. It's so pretty, you guys. I want your thoughts on Red Dead Redemption 2, Rob. Come on now. I know it was a second life for you. I know you had spreadsheets. I know you had maps that you made. I know. Red Dead Redemption 2 was Rob's world for a little bit.
Well, I'll give you my thoughts because that's my second choice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just jump into number 2 then.
All right, yeah, that's my
Yeah,
second
Rob's
choice
number
is
2.
Red Dead Redemption 2 online, and many of the same reasons. It is so
Ugh.
immersive. There's so many
Mhm.
activities. Well, it's strange because there's kind of nothing to do, and that's the point.
But then there's everything, you can do whatever you want, but there's, like, nothing to do?
It got repetitive, but so that's like what it's like to live on the plains. Like you got to make your ends meet.
Mhm.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
gotta you gotta work. It's a multiplayer online cowboy simulator with action elements. I think I spent 400 hours playing that game.
Mhm. I believe.
And yeah, the maps like so there's online, the online maps for Red Dead 2 where, if you're the collector, you can, see where all the items or most of the items you want to get are, and also all the plants, right? You can see them on the map online.
Yes.
However, I didn't like that.
Mm-mm.
So I was making my own map online with like I'd pin wherever the plants are, and I'd write little notes about them. So then, when I wanted to find ginseng or whatever,
Ginseng, I was
I
gonna
like
say, where's the ginseng at?
ginseng, I know where they were. So I
Hot commodity.
yeah, and I shopping.
Mhm.
The end game is
Okay.
clothes.
I'm a girl, and I have 2 outfits in this game. One of the outfits, Rob and I are matching sister his character's a girl. So, we are sisters, the witch sisters. He's the white witch, I'm the black dark witch. I have 2 outfits. I don't care about shopping, I got my 2, I'm good. Rob, how many outfits do you have? How much have you spent on clothes?
Real money? No, I didn't spend any real money. Tens of thousands of dollars,
Mhm.
some gold.
Gold.
Yeah, I have to make yeah, gold bars. I had to make a bunch of outfits. I don't have that many outfits, but I have many articles of clothing.
Many.
You're way more creative than I am. I like here's a shirt with like some jeans and a purple hat or a pink
Like, I'm
hat with a
making my
feather in it.
character a witch.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll get to that. Your witch, your characters look so good. Your
I'm
witch
gonna pop up
character.
pictures.
Oh, the atmosphere, the music, the different
The
landscapes,
music. Oh.
getting lost in the mountains. What other game is out there that's like that? A kind of cowboy simulator.
Mm.
And I'm not like a big Western fan either,
Me
like
neither.
much at all. But this game, weather
Oh,
effects,
yeah.
the
Well,
thunder, lightning.
you'll be in the middle of the game, you're like, "Oh, man, a storm's rolling in. There's
Oh,
a storm a
storms
brewing.
rolling in.
I tell you what." And then a storm comes. Oh, and then oof. And I gotta say one thing. I care so much about my horse in that game that I'm always talking to it. So basically, I have a character as a witch, and she's all like black dark witch, and my horse is all black, and her name is Shelob, like the spider in Lord of the Rings. And I'm always like, "Sheila, baby," and I'm all talking to this horse, like, I love this horse. If anything happens to this horse in the game, if someone shoots my horse, I'm like, "Not my Sheila, baby." Like, I'm in that world. You get in that world.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I made speaking of Witcher, connects, I made Siri. Uh so I looked online and there are people who, found items of clothing to make Siri, and I made my own Siri. Here's the thing though.
What?
You made the Black Witch,
Yes.
I made the White Witch.
Mhm.
We do go around doing light griefing.
This is how into the world we are when we play. This is how it no, go talk about the griefing, talk
You
about the
want me to
witch
you want me to?
sisters. Yeah.
Okay, so I sometimes I feel okay, I we grief a bit, but we only grief big posses. We don't go after low level characters. We like to
No.
actually like to help low level characters, bring them deer and stuff like that. Have a couple beers with them. But we wanted to start fighting real players without
Mhm.
griefing, just sniping into the
Online
head,
players,
which
yeah.
is kind of fun.
Mhm.
So I would send posse leaders messages role playing as the witch sisters.
Yeah.
I'd say, I'd send them a message saying, "Here be the witch sisters." I can't do the accent, but here, the witch sisters be calling you at sundown for a shootout. You're under arrest for illegal fishing. And this made me lose faith in humanity if I had faith in humanity. We would send out these messages to ask people to fight, role playing as
Role
bounty
playing.
hunters and
Yeah.
accusing the players of often like illegal fishing or something ridiculous to get some laughs, right? We're in a cowboy world. Let's have some fun. There's a bounty on your head for, not catching and releasing,
Yeah. The witch
and
sisters are coming for you.
we're
We'll
coming
we'll
for
meet
you.
you.
Yeah, meet us at Rhodes at
Yeah, we'll
sundown.
meet you at Rose at sundown. Yeah.
I mean, that's super fun.
But
And but people didn't get it.
no,
There was one time a player's like, "Oh, LOL, we don't even fish there." I can't even respond to that. Like, it's like, do you I I'm speechless. Like, it doesn't matter. It's a joke. Like, this is funny.
they're just dull. Like they don't. Not one person has been like, "All right, we'll meet you there," and blah blah blah. We'll have a shootout. Like, there's no imagination. We're trying to be in this world, peeps. We're in the world. Get into the world. This is one thing where it's like, don't look at it like a video game. Get into this world with us. You are our
That is
cowgirl or cowboy. Get in the world.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to do. It's immersive, right?
Mhm.
And there's not a lot of heavy role-playing elements in Red Dead, and so
Mm.
let's make them ourselves.
If anybody wants to have a gunfight at sundown in Rhodes with the witch sisters, you just let us know in the comments below. We'll meet you there and we'll, have a hoedown. I don't know. Like what do you think?
Yeah, so that's number 2 for me.
Awesome. I love it. I want to play it now. See, when we talk about it, I'm like, I'm gonna go play Red Dead. Okay, my number two. My number two is Fallout 76. I didn't even pick New Vegas. I picked 76.
You pick 76.
76, not even New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is my favorite game of all time. Okay, but Fallout 76, I like that aesthetic and that world the best out of all of them. It's not my favorite Fallout game. First of all, the 50s aesthetic mixed with the future robots and lasers and everything seamlessly put together in a post-apocalyptic world. Like you said, how they do it and how it fits and how it makes sense is genius. And like you say, the soundtrack. So basically, you can listen to the radio in all the Fallout games, and the music is real music from the past, like Dean Martin and like old country music, like the real songs that exist. And it that type of music, like the oldies, the jukebox oldies type, like oldies is like one of my favorite genres. So it's like so comforting to have that music playing. It makes you feel like home when there's destruction all around you. Everything's decrepit, but you feel like this cozy, happy s- feel because of the music. Okay. So why Fallout 76 in particular is the world that I like the most is because it's takes place in autumn, fall time. And to me, that is my favorite season, and that to me feels like the coziest, warm, comforting season. So there's like the beautiful golds and yellows and reds and oranges in the trees. There's a house in the game. that's a pumpkin house, and there's pumpkins everywhere. You go into the house, there's Halloween costumes everywhere, there's Halloween decorations, and I just love all that spooky shit. So I'm like, "Ooh, it just feels so good." And this game takes place in Appalachia in West Virginia. So they take West Virginia lore with cryptids and they put it in the game. So there's the Mothman, there's Wendigos, there's a Flatwoods monster, and having this like little whimsical horror elements to this game just makes it feel so good and so right, and it fits in so much. Couple more things to say about it.
Go yeah, I like it.
So I need to say what is in this game. Again, with the different landscapes, forests, bogs, mountains, radiation zones, towns, rivers, swamps, amusement parks. And it's grimy and desolate, but comforting. I have to really put that in there. Again, with the tension.
Comfort.
Comfort and tension seamlessly fitting together as one.
You have
Yeah.
summarized the thesis of the episode.
What this game also has, gotta say, zombies, which are called ghouls in the game, big scary monsters, death claws, which is a big scary crazy monster, various types of human enemies, radiated bugs and animals, robots, mutants, and sea creatures. Like, how is there everything? It has everything. And then they added the building aspect, well, in Fallout 4, but it's more advanced in Fallout 76, where you can make your own home, you can make your own shelter. Now you can make your own vault. It's just the game is yours and you can build on it. Not like because Red Dead, the game is yours to do what you please, but Fallout 76, the game is yours to build in and live in and have your own little sanctuary in it.
When you first load the game at your camp, don't you get that kind of warm feeling like you're home?
Oh my god. Oh, of course.
And you just
It
sort of
feels
feel it
so
and
good.
like you look at the landscape.
Oh, and you hear your shelter drop. You hear it go crunch down, and you're like, "Ah, I'm home now."
We need to play to go back home.
A country
I,
roads take me home to the place. That is the theme song
I
for Fallout
belong.
76. West
West
Virginia.
Virginia. Look at that. We got cowboys. We have West Virginia. Check that out.
I know.
We have a lot of thematic connections there. That's cool.
Hey, Rob. Number 1.
I think it's your number one as well. Say it at the same time. One,
1,
two,
2, 3.
three. Elder
Elder
Scrolls.
Scrolls.
Yeah.
You said it so slow. Elder Scrolls.
Elder Scrolls. Yeah, it's Elder Scrolls as a whole. Yeah, it's always like Morrowind's better than Skyrim, which I think's true, but
Mhm.
that's like the hipstery thing to say. I don't like the Norse mythology aspect of Skyrim. I'm just not into the Viking thing and all the winter stuff. I
Oh.
just generally
Oh.
don't like that theme. Just
Okay.
don't. So yeah, it'd be Morrowind, but the fact is Skyrim is like no matter how I criticize Skyrim, whatever I say about it, I can't stop playing it.
Right.
So
So
if
is
I,
your
you
what
know,
so what does your number 1 say on your thing?
it says Elder Scrolls.
Okay. As I figured.
Yeah, because it's the world as a whole.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's different because it's not just the video game aspect of the world. It's like the lore and world itself as a whole. Do you see what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
So I wanted to be an Elder Scrolls lore master. I started making spreadsheets which
Mhm.
summarize. I wanted to do this. I wanted to hmm I'm not going to do this. I don't have time. But I wanted to read every single document in all 5 games. And I thought it'd be cool to like really grasp it because what I like one of the things I like is over the top chaotic vanilla fantasy with sort of like everything souped together. into this ridiculous, sprawling, unwieldy world that does have threads of coherence to it.
Okay.
I, it's just so like I indulgent,
Mhm.
and I love that about Elder Scrolls. And
Mhm.
again, like the attempt to have this immersive world, and somehow it's still super fun, even though the combat's floaty and the
Yeah.
animations are janky. It doesn't matter. There's a charm to that. It's like, yeah, this is Elder Scrolls. It's the way it is. Speaking of reading,
Mhm.
I have this one.
Ooh, I know what I have.
I know what you
That
have.
Rob got me as a gift. Oh my god, it's so heavy. There. It is a
I
beautiful
mean,
product.
so I don't have that one yet.
It's
Wait, wait,
beautiful.
wait, 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 wait.
You didn't blow on. Okay, I can smell it.
Smell yours.
Yeah. It kinda makes me gag, that smell.
Yeah, it's a bit too
Not in a
chemically.
not in a bad like, it's just there's certain smells that just make me gag. So the world, that's why you like the world of Elder Scrolls?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's like
Okay,
my favorite world, Elder Scrolls.
nice. I think that maybe the Fallout world is my favorite world,
Mm.
but I pick Skyrim as number 1 because it feels like home to me.
Country roads.
There's just it's so whimsical and it's so fantasy, like, Fallout 76 is like, "Damn, this could kinda happen." So it feels like home, it's a little spooky because it's like, this could happen to our actual home maybe, but Skyrim, it's like, this is my fantasy home. This is, like, where I feel like this is my safe space type home. And for people who haven't played Skyrim or any Elder Scrolls game, I'm gonna go through what it has in the world. So get ready, it's gonna be a long okay. So again, with the various terrain. So we like diversity. We like the tension of having like the warm climates and the cold climates. So Skyrim has wintry landscapes, mountains, swamps, rivers, forests, big stone cities, small fishing towns, dwarven ruins with gold everywhere, dark caves, castles, open plains, waterfalls, northern lights. It's beautiful. Now, what else it has? Wizards, werewolves, vampires, thieves, cults, assassins, cannibals, mages, orcs, elves, Argonians, which are lizard people, Khajiit, which are cat people, trolls, dragons, undead, witches, giants, mammoths. Everything you could ever want in anything except for guns is in this game. You want to make a potion, you want to cook food, you want to smith, you want to make some armor, you want to tan some leather. What do you want to do? You can do it. Skyrim has everything.
Yeah. No, it's great. I like the theme of home, comfort, and tension. It's like
Yeah. Why do they all go together?
it's life.
Mhm.
I mean,
Mhm.
games like what's life filled with tensions and the desire for home and the comfort of home
Yep.
to escape those tensions, but then those tensions drive the story arcs of our lives.
It's to escape it, but that's what we find comfort in. But we want to
Yeah.
find comfort in it in a safe space that's not really real.
Yeah. Where there's low cost to your life.
Yes. Yes.
And then also in an interesting context that uh, takes you away from the mere mundane into another realm with where beasts can talk, where
Mhm.
powers that you don't have now, yeah, in the real world that you can
Yet.
experience in there, and also like mystical elements like gods, right, and
Mhm.
strange creatures, and
Mhm.
like a living
Magic.
cosmic universe that you
Mhm.
can know about with certainty, unlike in our world where there's almost too much unknowingness.
Yeah.
Actually, that's partly what makes maybe some of the worlds more comfortable than ours, is that you can find your place more easily within the
Yes.
whole of life because you kind of get a sense of what good and evil are and where good and evil comes from and where the universe
Mhm.
comes from, at least in a lot of games. And you're the hero, right? Like
If you
you're not
choose to be,
just
sometimes you're not.
well, but even if you're this big villain, I mean, but your actions affect the world. And
Mhm,
so you're also, the tensions and comfort in home, but you're somebody with an effect. You're not lost,
mhm.
um, amidst the sea of the mob or um, you're not just a cog in the machine.
Right, so I think that's like a fear that everyone has, I would think, maybe, is that am I making an impact in this world? Am I doing something in this world that's gonna matter? And with video games, when you're in that world, everything you do is what matters. You are controlling the narrative. People are coming to you for help. You feel like you are of some sort of usefulness, and everything's tangible. Like, you can see the evil, you know the gods are real, so you're like, "I know what to choose now. I can choose to be evil, I can choose to be good, but I know that I'm doing it for, like, an actual tangible reason and thing." And there's all the factions that want you, man. They wanna recruit you, they want you
Yeah, that's
you
true.
and you know what? It's like and you want somewhere to belong all the time in life. And then in video games, it's like everyone wants me and I'm gonna choose where I wanna belong. It's like cliques and cliques and whatever, like the cheerleaders and the nerds and stuff in school. It's like, oh yeah, well, I get to choose now. You don't tell me you all want me. I'm coming. I don't know. It's just this is the world that you wish you could live in. Even though there's dangers everywhere, you know that you're gonna level up and grow to be able to defeat these dangers. You know it. You're gonna do it. And it's for
Yeah.
certain.
We pulled out a lot of themes,
I mean,
like a lot.
yeah.
Tension, home, comfort, importance in the world that
Hmm.
you're gonna make it. Ultimately,
Belonging,
yeah, the belonging and then a form of
acceptance.
even existential belonging. Like you have a
Hmm.
place within the whole of being, and it communicates with you, giving you importance, and you can have confidence that you'll affect it. And at the
Hmm.
end, everything's gonna be okay.
I'm gonna repeat myself. This is what I said in our last episode. This is why every human should play video games. Just try it. Just try one. Try an adventure game in particular. Try an adventure game. Just and Skyrim, I'm sorry, I think is a very good introductory game, and so is Fallout because the leveling up system is easy and breezy. So you can just level up, be what you want to be, become what you want to be, and live in that world for a bit. Just like do it.
When we go to like an old folks home, they're gonna have
Yes,
video games.
they
And
better.
I
It's gonna be
think,
AI, like it's gonna be VR.
oh, dude, I think it's going to actually help keep the mind sharp.
Yes, video games for us in the future and the old folks home is like what crossword puzzles are now. And that's how far
Watch. It's just gonna be putting on a VR helmet and watching Price is Right and doing crossword puzzles. That's it. Like it's not gonna be anything, really epic or fun. It's just like, oh yeah, it's a crossword puzzle. It'll be
where's my
crossword puzzle.
isometric IP RPGs?
I
I
was
wanna
just
play it.
I was just gonna say that all the answers will be from video games. It'll be this horrible tease. I was like, Skyrim. There will be industries that produce gaming equipment and games for the elderly
Yes, there should
because
be.
they're going to have to figure out like what kind of controllers are the best given like how dexterous you are and things like that. You wait
Mhm.
and see.
One thing I wanna compare, the homey video games to, just before we sign off, is a lot of these video games, what we're trying to say is they are our time under the parachute in elementary school. That is what these video games make us feel. We are like, "Yay, we're on the outskirts, we're living our lives," and then we and tuck and sit, and we're in that safe, cozy world with friends or with NPCs, whatever they are, all surrounding us, and the outside world is living and going on, and it's loud, and we are in that video game. We're in that parachute, and that's what video games can be for you. If you like the parachute day at school, video games can be that for you.
Yeah, that's well said. I love that.
Mhm. This was so much fun.
I really enjoyed uh hanging out with you under the parachute.
Yeah.
In the comments below, tell us your favorite gaming world and suggest a game for us, and we may even play it and talk about it in a future episode. I'm gonna go smell some books.
Thank you guys for watching another episode of Relatively Geeking on Replays It All. You can follow me on Instagram at Replays It All. You can, oh gosh, you can
Oh,
make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share. You can follow us at Not a Strong Start at Focus Instagram and Twitter. Follow us on YouTube.
you're
You can
home.
listen
You're
to us on
home now.
Spotify. You can listen to Apple Podcasts. Anywhere listen to your podcast. I think that's all I
Cross
have to do. I think that was my
country
spiel.
roads
Take me home to a
to a
place,
place.
West Virginia, country road, I do declare.